Hello, I'm Oliver Chen, author of the series Tales from the Chinese Zodiac about each of the 12 animals of the Lunar New Year. Today I'm happy to share our new storybook, The Year of the Tiger, with you at the Oakland Asian Cultural Center. In lieu of being all together online to ring in Chinese New Year, we're going to be reading it virtually today. And my assistant Amy will be helping show you the stories illustrated by Justin Roth. The new edition is bilingual in simplified Chinese. In the mighty jungle, the tiger slept each night, but tonight excitement filled the air. A small cry rang out, then catcalls joined it in a great celebration. The king and queen just had a baby. As the morning sunshine warmed the royal den, the cub yawned loudly. Roar! The queen whispered, "Hush, my darling." Cuddling his newborn, the king chuckled, "Theodore, you are a feisty chap." Soon this furball roamed the forest like it was his own backyard. His parents marveled at his curiosity. Teddy meowed, "I'm becoming a big cat." The queen laughed, "Someday you'll be king of the jungle." Later she advised, "Son, a wise ruler starts out as a careful prince." The king added, "We've heard of dangerous animals called humans. Their houses and roads invade our land, so stay away from them." But this warning tickled the kitten's interest. "I want to see these beasts for myself," gushed Teddy. He learned that people lived on the edge of the forest, so one evening he set out alone in that direction. After a while he came to a ridge. In the glen below were thatched roofs, dirt paths, and a person sitting in a field. To get a better look, Teddy sneaked down the hill, and his striped coat blended into the tall reeds. The clearing of short grass felt strange under his feet. Distracted by a rat, he gleefully pounced after it and snarled, "Roar!" However, he startled a nearby ox, which frantically galloped off. In the moonlight, the girl saw Teddy and froze in surprise. Sue screamed, "Tiger! Tiger!" The cat scampered into the trees. Racing back to the palace, he thought, that creature was quite a fright. Meanwhile, the villagers searched for the intruder, but they found neither hide nor hair of Teddy. "Sue, don't cry tiger when there isn't one," chided her father, Baba. At home, Teddy didn't tell his parents about his close encounter, but he couldn't stop thinking about the girl. So early one morning, he returned to town and spotted the barn where Sue fed the livestock. Inside, Sue served breakfast to the sheep and pig. Not wanting to scare anyone, Teddy said, "Good morning." Sharp teeth filled the tiger's smile. The animal squealed, "Run for your lives." Teddy sprang backwards into a haystack. Poof! Sue laughed, since she too had thought of the tiger. "You must be thirsty," she said, and poured a bowl of milk. "Here, kitty, kitty." Intrigued, Teddy took a sip. Licking the bowl clean. The tiger purred, "I'm Teddy." Rubbing her nose to his, she replied, "I'm Sue. Do you want to play?" Suddenly, Sue's mother opened the door. Creak! Teddy jumped outside to the woods beyond. Staring at the orange blur across her field, Mama cried, It's the tiger! Baba told Sue to stay inside with the dog. Remember, it's better to be safe than sorry. Then he and Mama left to warn their neighbors. Back in the jungle, the king scowled. Teddy, we know where you've been. We told you to avoid those people. The queen sighed. The outsiders have gone too close. Now we must find a new home. Obediently packing his belongings, Teddy wondered, why are we afraid of them when they are scared of me? But he still wanted to see Sue one last time, so he slipped away to the girl's house. And as the tiger crept closer, the watchdog growled, Who goes there? Trying to be friendly, Teddy offered a paw shake. Hello there. Yet sharp claws popped out, boing, and the terrified pooch scampered off. Opening the door, Sue asked, Teddy, why are you here? He blushed. Oh, my family is moving, so I came to say goodbye. Sue giggled. Oh, silly, you didn't have to. But a loud noise interrupted them. The dog returned with Sue's parents, who yelled, There's the man-eater! Get him! The villagers gave chase, and Teddy fled again. But unexpectedly, Sue followed her new friend into the wild. In the bush, the pair dashed ahead, and gradually squawks of birds replaced the roar of the crowd. Squawk, 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 squawk. Sue had never ventured beyond her farm before. With Teddy as her guide, she marveled at wondrous sights. Miles away, the queen wondered, Where's Teddy? The king got wind that humans had entered the jungle. Immediately, they dropped everything and raced to find their son. On one end of the forest, Mama and Baba tracked Sue's footsteps. On the other, the king and queen caught Teddy's scent. Unaware of the two hunting parties, the girl and tiger innocently hiked along. La-di-da, la-di-da. The youngsters wandered toward a cliff where Teddy showed Sue the spectacular waterfalls. As she admired the lovely view, he saw his bright stripes, sharp teeth, and claws in a reflecting pool. Teddy always considered himself like everyone else. Now, why did people dislike him for being different? Sue didn't mind at all. While he was lost in thought, Sue accidentally stepped, squish, on a snake sleeping in the grass. Huh? The serpent gave a loud hiss. Sue slipped on a stone. Tipping backwards over the ledge, she cried, Help! Shaken from his daydream, Teddy turned in disbelief. What could he do? Instinctively, the cat leapt forward to save Sue. Bounding into the chasm below, Teddy shouted, Roar! Slowly opening her eyes, Sue was surprised that she had stopped falling. Instead, she saw Teddy's toothy grin. His strong bite held onto her as his claws clutched the dangling branches of a tree. With a mighty effort, the tiger dragged the girl up. They rushed to catch their breath. Then Sue grabbed onto his tail, and Teddy led the way up as they carefully climbed up. Hearing their children's voices, the worried parents rushed to them. Arriving at the same time, they saw Teddy pull Sue back to safety. Confused, each group warily kept their distance. The cat and girl knew what to do. They held their parents' hands and brought them together. Mama and Baba smiled. The king was puzzled. "Dear, our little prince is growing up indeed," laughed the queen. Afterwards, each family invited the other over to play. Traveling between treetop and rooftop, the adults were amazed how well everybody got along. Good manners make good neighbors, they all agreed. Sue and Teddy enjoyed swimming and singing. They shared nature walks and bedtime stories. And in the jungle, both man and beast would recall that this was a terrific year of the tiger. So we'll read one more page, which is the profile of people born in the year of the tiger. People born in the year of the tiger are bold and proud. These warm souls are courageous and charismatic. But sometimes they reveal different stripes when they are rash and unpredictable. Though they may seem to be secretive and catty, tigers prove to be the fiercest of friends. So that is our story of the year of the tiger, illustrated by my friend Justin Roth. We hope that you enjoyed his fantastic imaginings of this brand new world. And we wish everybody at home and with your family and friends a very happy, safe, and prosperous year of the tiger. Thanks very much.